and welcome to Coffee with Connie. I want to welcome those of y'all that are here with me live right now. If you are here with me, let me know what are your plans for the weekend, what's in your cup, and what are you working on? And if you're going to be watching the replay, I want to welcome you and leave a comment. Let me know what you that you watched the replay, and let me know also what are your plans for this weekend, what's in your cup, and what are you working on. All right, we have Brittany here and Nicole. How are y'all lovely lady? Oh, I can't talk today. How are y'all lovely ladies doing today? And I do want to make sure everyone hears me okay. Let me know in the chat. Nicole says, having an okay day, started off a little rough. Aw, but getting better now. That's good. That's good. Diet Coke in my cup, working on making a yarn project bag and a baby blanket. Ooh, sweet. And that is one thing. Some of y'all may not know this, but on the 15th of every month, well, approximately the 15th, some months I'm a little late, and every now and then I have a month where I don't get these videos out. But I do a finished projects video. So whenever y'all finish your makes, take a picture of it and email it to me, and I can include it in that video. And for those that don't have my email address, ta-da! Just another stitch 2020 at gmail.com. Let's see. We have Morshalee here. Oh, it's been a while, Morshalee. How have you been? And also Anita. Hello, my crazy BFF. She has mellow yellow in her cup and working on a ham sandwich. Yum, yum, yum. Yummy, yummy. Hold up. Hold up. I got it better. Give me just a second.
Yummy, yummy for my tummy. Yummy, yummy for my tummy. My tummy is happy because I have a ham sandwich in it.
I hope you enjoyed that song. I do sound back to normal now, right? Okay, good, good, good. Oh, sweaters is one of your favorite subjects. Ooh, you want to design one. Awesome, Morshalee. And yes, today's topic is sweaters. It's been a while since I've shared patterns on a live. It's time to get back into the swing of things with that. So there will be a lot of patterns shared. Some will be crochet and some will be knit. I have 7 patterns of each. All right, let's see. Morshalee says she's blessed and highly favored. Awesome. All right, what's your question, Brittany? I got Anita laughing. Okay, I'm back to normal. Good, good, good. Yeah, that's not one thing. When I use the voice filters, I can't hear it. So I always worry, like, what if it doesn't, when I hit the button to go back to normal, what if it didn't switch over? All right, let's see. Morshalee says, I would like to try and design a sweater pattern. I'm just doing a research on which way to do it. I have never made a sweater yet. I'm fixing to knit my first one. I have a whip that I want to get finished, and after that, that'll be my next knitting project that I start, which I'm going to get more into that a little bit later because I will be sharing the pattern that I'm going to be doing. So I'll talk about that sweater then. But I have talked about it before on lives, and I think even in regular videos. I made you laugh, Morshalee. Anita says hi, Morshalee. Let's see. What you need to do, Brittany, is send me an email with your pictures, and I'll share your pictures on the finished projects video That will be hopefully March 15th, but it is possible I could be a day or two late. And the more pictures I get in tends to make me take longer to get the video out. Oh, Marshall wants to know what's everyone's favorite way to create or design a sweater. Like I said, I haven't actually made one yet, but it's getting very close. And I'm going to be doing a cabled sweater for my first sweater, and it's going to be knitted. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Yes, everyone joining us, let us know what are your plans for the weekend, what's in your cup, and what are you working on. Hi, Maggie. How are you? I'm so happy to see all of y'all. Let's see, Marshall says she doesn't knit. She only crochets. My thing is trying to do the panels. But right now I am working on a cardigan and I finished the back panel. I just need to do the front panels. See, now I've done the mandala vest. I've done that. And I'm working on the lotus vest right now. Which I don't know. I have a live coming up this month that the topic's going to be cardigans. So we're going to get into cardigans on that live. But like for this live, it's more like the pullover sweaters, kind of like what I'm wearing now, but I did not make this. I think I got it at either a thrift store or a yard sale. What do you mean you're not with it yet, Brittany? Yeah, I'm not. I don't measure. I don't do gauge checks. I know I should, but normally things tend to work out right for me. So I've been fortunate with that. You frog a lot until you get it right. And the other thing too is when I make wearables, I do it in a size like in a smaller size than what I'm currently wearing because my goal is to get down into that size. So I use it as a motivational thing. Let's see, we have China, Gloria, Dawn, and Linda that joined us. How are all of you lovely ladies doing? What are y'all currently working on? What's in your cup? What's your plans for the weekend? Let's see. China says she's going to Lurk trying to clean up and organize her craft room. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, Linda has an errand to do. She'll catch the replay. Okay. All right, just send me the picture when you are done with it, Brenda. Sorry, Brittany. If it doesn't make this month, I do it every month. So there'll be one in April, May, June, and so on. And like I said, every now and then I do skip a month if I get like behind on things. But you can send pictures at any time and I save them in a folder for the next finished projects video. Hi, Cindy with Lulu's Treasure Trove. How are you doing? Marshall says, that's cool, Miss Connie. I would love to learn how to do a pullover sweater. I would like to try and complete one. I'm always scared to try it. I'm trying to conquer my fear this year. Just do it. You can do it. You've got this. And that's the one thing that holds a lot of us back. We don't believe in ourselves. We don't think we can do something. And that's how you learn. My advice is you just dive into it and you ask questions when you come upon a question. There's so many of us here that are willing to help. You can always contact me. If I don't have the answer, I'll try to at least point you in the right direction. But yeah, you got this. Come on, let's do the you got this dance. Give me 1 second.
You got this, Marshall. You got this. You can do it. Just put your mind to it and you can do it.
I have too much fun with that voice changer. I really do. Let's see. Oh, it's a Niecy raid. Go, Niecy. More Marshall says, being that I can't see, I don't do all that fancy stuff. I just measure to my body as I go along. But you can do this. I've seen that you've made some beautiful makes. I know, I love that controller. Then y'all now get to hear me singing more now. Hi, Mary. How are you? What are you working on? What's in your cup? What are the plans for the weekend? All right. So, like I said, today's subject is going to be sweaters. And I want to know, have y'all ever made a sweater before? If y'all have, was it crochet or knit? Do y'all want to make a sweater? Maybe your first sweater? Um, like I said, I haven't made one other than a knitted dog sweater, but it was real basic. That's the only type of sweater I've made. But probably in the next month or two, I'll be starting my first knitted sweater, and it's going to have beautiful cables. So I'm excited to learn something new. But my opinion is, and some of y'all may disagree with me, and that's okay. I prefer the look of knitted sweaters over crochet. I find crochet, the stitches are more holy looking and they're big. And with knit stitches, they're smaller and like you can't see, like there's no holes. I just find it goes together and it has more of a classic look. Let's see what everyone's saying. Maggie says, I have been seeing so many crochet patterns that I'd love to work on, but my fingers hurt from arthritis. The only thing I can recommend is getting those, what you call it, ergonomical, something like that. The one with the grip, the special grip, and finger exercises, do hand exercises. And I've heard a certain type of glove too. I can't remember what type it was. Someone had mentioned a glove helping them with like the finger cramps and stuff. Anita says, yep, crochet. Now, one person that I do find has some beautiful sweaters for crochet is, of course, Bagaudet. Mary's working on my husband's sloth. Is that an amigurumi that you're working on? Yeah, I like that. You can do it. I have faith in you. Maggie has made one cardigan, but would like to try more. And that's one thing. Cardigans, I will be doing a live. Let me see if I can find the date that I put cardigans. March 5th at 6 p.m. I will be doing cardigans on that live. Aren't y'all proud of me? I actually scheduled all of my lives for the month of March. I'm ahead of the game. So that means I can't cancel. Well, hopefully I don't have to. I'm trying not to have to cancel lives, but I haven't done a good start this year yet. Let's see. You agree, and you need to learn how to knit. And for those that don't know, I am doing a beginner knit series. I haven't gotten real far with it. My last video, I talked about different types of knitting needles. Next Sunday, I'll be doing a video teaching how to cast on. So we're going to start getting into the learning now. And I'm doing the videos approximately every 2 weeks. Maggie says the gloves. Yes, I am trying that. Oh, that would be another good topic. Gloves. Okay, it's compression. I was wondering if it was the compression. I actually have compression gloves. I got them because, like, my hands and feet always get cold, so, like, they help keep warm me up. Brittany says she's been crocheting for 4 years. Awesome. For me, I started in, September of 2020. Oh, hello, Blessed to Crochet. Oh, your name's Mary. I was just about to ask that. How are you? And welcome to my live. What are you working on? What's in your cup? And what's the plans for the weekend? Um, oh, one thing I do want to share with y'all is y'all know I'm working on that Easter gnome scarf. And this is how it's coming along. Let me get the picture up. I'm still trying to quite get it all together. But I have the bunny ear, some of the flowers. But I need to film like when I make the next flower and the last leaf. And then I gotta kind of play with the position to figure out exactly how I'm gonna place it. And then I may or may not do braids. I gotta see how it looks because I don't know if it'll start getting too busy. But the braids, I think I'm gonna do in yellow yarn if I do them, and maybe with a pink little tie to it. Then the other side, wait till y'all see my plans. I'm gonna do a check. And I was kind of playing around doing a practice one. And that's how the check, it's not sewn together. But that's kind of like the plan. But one side, hold up, this side, I kind of messed up on the wing. I did it backwards and it's too low down. But that's kind of like my general idea for the check. And I think I'm gonna do the feet, the legs and feet in orange. And I want to make a beak on it. Some little like Frank was talking about using the googly eyes. And I was like, oh, I can kind of crochet where the eyes are kind of like off center type thing. And then I want to put a little bow for the hair. How it has like the spiky hair. And then I'll probably have some Easter eggs. And I might do grass for the other side. But that's kind of like my plan for that gnome scarf pattern. And another thing too is with the tutorial, you can just do the scarf. You don't have to do the appliques and the pieces. Especially if you want to learn how to do corner to corner, you can just do the scarf. And you can do it in whatever colors that you want to do it. Now, if you want to do like me and do the extras to make it nice and Eastery, you can do that too. But the video tutorial, it is coming. I'm hoping by the end of next weekend, I'll have it all filmed and start putting the videos out. I know there's definitely going to be 2 videos. I'm probably going to do 3 videos for it. And I'm going to try to do it where they come out like one day, the first one, the next day, the second, the next day, the next one, if there's a third one. And also, for those that don't know, if you type the word drop in the chat, Mr. Nightbot will drop your channel link. But if someone just typed it, wait a little bit because Nightbot can't keep up if it's too close together. Anita's telling me to drink my grass. She told me about this tea. and I can't remember what it's called. It starts with a M, I know that much. And it kind of has, like, this plant taste to it, but, oh, if you're, like, congested and stuff, that tea works wonders. Let's see, Mary says going on 10 years, and she's crocheting a corner-to-corner blanket. Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, there's a lot going on with this scarf, but I'm gonna kinda break it down like I was saying, and if people just wanna learn how to make a corner-to-corner scarf, my tutorial will show how to do that. Oh, Caitlin's here. Hi, Caitlin. How are you? What are you working on? What's in your cup? Any plans for the weekend? She said she made 2 knit sweaters and one knit cardigan. Big knit projects are slow for me due to struggle with tension. I am sure it will improve with more practice. Yeah, it will. I wish I could give you tips on how to improve tension. Tensions always come naturally to me. I've never really had problems with mine. So I don't really know how to advise, fixing the issues. Now are you a thrower when you knit, or do you do the continental method? Because they say if you're a thrower, usually you have you do better with your tension, where with continental knitting, you tend to struggle with your tension more. Yeah, mullion, something like that. All right. So I'm trying to think of, oh yeah, birthday bash. Tomorrow is the last day to enter for the replay prizes, which is on the live. So if you haven't entered for on there, get your entries in. You never know, you might get lucky and win something. And there are some sweet prizes. Then there's another video that has prizes on it too. And that one you have till the end of day, March 13th, to enter for those prizes. And again, some sweet prizes. All right. So y'all ready to talk sweaters more? Let me pull up those patterns. We're going to start off with the crochet patterns. All right. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to mention all the links for the patterns shared today are in the description box of the live. All right. First up is Vintage Moon by Janine Maiska. And I am horrible at pronouncing some of these names. So if I can't pronounce it, or even get close to it, I'm not going to attempt it. But isn't this a pretty sweater? And I like the turtleneck aspect of it. And it's nice and long. I like longer sweaters too. I don't like stuff that's short. I don't want to raise my hand and my belly be all hanging out. Let me know if y'all like this pattern in the comments or in the chat. Yeah, I want to know which patterns y'all like. And if y'all think y'all going to try to make one or have made it, let me know that too. I know that one is beautiful. All right. Next up is Purl. I guess that's how you say it. And I'm not even going to attempt to say the name of the designer. But I love the textured stitches. Now, this is a sweater I could see myself making. And I like how it has, like, all these different stitches. I'd love to know the name of all these stitches. And you can also make this short sleeve. And here they did it a little different, where it flares out. It looks more like a child's dress here. Aren't those some gorgeous stitches? Oh, I may have to do another live where the topic is crochet stitches again. But isn't that gorgeous? And they say size is available any size. All right. Oh, hi, Lydia. How are you doing today? What's in your cup? What are you working on? And any plans for the weekend? Anita saying it's beautiful, but I would smother to death with that around my neck. Yeah, like when I was younger, I could not wear like turtlenecks. But then later on I could. But I still like with shirts, it's like whenever they have that button all the way at the top that's like this, it's like and in the navy, in our dress blues, especially, like there was a button all the way up here, and then you had this collar thing. And it was always like you were like kind of like pulling at it. Let's see. Maggie says it's crochet but has a knit type look. Yeah. You would cut the neck of your t-shirts. All right. The next pattern is, I guess it's Eleanor or Eleanor Lay Pullover by Divine Debris. And look at that. And I love how it has kind of that two-tone where the top's one stitch and then they change it. And imagine the different colors you could do this with. A pretty blue would look nice. Or pink. Purple. Oh, she has nice patterns. I'm gonna have to check out her other patterns. You're on her email list. And Lydia's enjoying her day off. I mean, her weekend off. Ooh, the whole weekend. All right, this is Sedona Pullover by Tanya Johnson. And I like all the striped different colors. And imagine the colorways you could do. And if you had like different shades of the same color, that would be gorgeous. And another thing I do want to point out. All right, there is a paid for version of this pattern and there's a free version. If you click on visit pattern website, that takes you to the free version. See, here's the free version. I know that was something that used to confuse me at first, where the pattern was supposed to have a free version, and I'm like, how do I get to the free version? All I see is the buy it now. But it's visit pattern website that you want to click on. And the only difference is the free version has ads, the paid for version does not. And this one has larger sizes. It goes up to 3X large. And if you want to see other colorways, you see how they have that projects tab? You click on it and it shows you like people that submitted pictures. It shows you what color, what type of yarn or colors that they went with. And if you look at the notes, sometimes they give more detailed information. And sometimes somebody will find it's better to do something a little differently, and they'll mention it in the notes, or if there's an error in a pattern. Let's You like the loose sleeves? I love the bell sleeves. I love how like the sleeves, when sleeves flare out, like the lotus vest, I love the sleeves on it. And I have one, like the body of that vest, I have one more round to do after the one I'm working on. Then it's the sleeves. Yeah, free is good. Yeah, all the patterns today are supposed to have free versions. You like all the colors? Awesome. 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 Oh, hi, Bridget. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? What's in your cup? And any plans for the weekend? All right, this one is Don't Scrap That Raglan by Anna Maria. And I think this one, it's simple, but it's pretty. And here they have it in yellow. And someone used a striped yarn. I mean, so many colorways you can do this one in. Look at this colorway. And here's purple. Ooh, I like this one. Look, I like that colorway. And colorways, I mean, it can make the same pattern look completely different. All right, we got 2 more crochet patterns. This one is Chunky Color Block Pullover by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. And I like that colorway too. But I mean, you could have so much fun with the colorways. I like that colorway too. Ooh, yeah. Y'all getting ideas? Y'all want to make any of these sweaters? All right, and the last for the crochet is Calma Sweater by Anna M. Valero. And I like how it has kind of that delicate look. It kind of reminds me a little of a knit sweater, how you have that little bit of laciness. All right. So now we're going to get into the knit patterns. And like I said, I personally prefer knit sweaters over crochet. I like the look of them better. MJ always has so many great patterns. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at her patterns more. Bridget's drinking cold brew coffee. She's finishing up some fiber. She died lady I died lady night while I was spinning. Is that the colorway? Going to craft and relax as best I can between taking care of the king. How is the king doing? Maggie says she likes all of them if her hands will cooperate. Oh, okay. Last night, not lady night. Okay. Yeah, autocorrect can be a mess. All right. So now we're on the knit patterns. And this is Ilha, I guess that's how you say it, by Orlane. And I don't even know how to say that last name. And look at how nice. I love the top part. And I love, cables. And I love texture. Are y'all a texture lover? A texture lover? I cannot say that. Texture lover, or do you or Okay, y'all, I cannot talk. Or do you love cables? Or both? That did not want to come out. Ooh, look at that purple. I think this would look even better in a light purple. Ooh, look at this color. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, a pretty pink would be pretty. I'm a pink lover. You love different textures, Maggie? Yes, Bridget does have a channel. Okay, it's been dropped already. Okay. Bridget says he is hurting but doing well. We are getting him ready for the next surgery. I hope everything goes well with that. I'll keep y'all in my prayers. Still waiting on a date for the hip. Hopefully after these two he can avoid the doctors for a while. Yeah. I know what it's like when you're constantly at the doctor. It's no fun. Mary is a purple girl. What color girl are y'all? Let me know that either in the chat or those watching the replay. Let me know in the comments. And what's funny is I always would say that blue was my favorite color, but I don't know if it really still is because I really like pink, but pink and blue are kind of neck to neck. I like both those colors a lot. All right. So this is Arctic Light Sweater by Veronica Lindberg. Cables. I love, love, love cables. And that's one thing with knitting. You look at this and doesn't it look like it would be very difficult? But cables in knitting are not. You just you take some stitches off your needle, place it on a cable needle, either in the front or the back, based on what the pattern tells you. And then you move on to the next stitches on your regular knitting needle and work them. Then you go back to what's on the cable knitting. That's all it is. You're just going out of order. But I know the first time I went to do cables, I was scared. I was like, oh no, am I going to be able to do this? And I was shocked at how easy it was. So if you want to try cables, go for it. Hold up, I got another song for y'all.
Go for it! I know you can do it. Go for it! Go for it! Go for it!
I know I'm a nut. Oh, awesome. Thank you for doing that, Mary. Let's see. Bridget says you will never guess my color. I would go with pink. You're all about bright, sassy pinks. Let's see. Nicole says purple all the way. Anita says black, but in yarn, either earthy colors. Are all the walls black in your house, Anita? Maggie, cables are not hard. Try it. I challenge you to try cables, Maggie. Bridget says I dyed some purple last night with a new technique. The difference it made is mind-blowing. Ooh. I always like fascinated by like those of y'all that dye yarn. Yeah, Bridget is saying cables are easy, really, but they sure do look Scary. They do. And a lot of times, that's one thing I've noticed with in my experience of knitting and crocheting. Don't let things intimidate you. It always looks harder than what it is. Like I remember when I went to knit my first pair of gloves, I was scared. I'm like, can I do this? And you're even kind of looking like ahead in the pattern, and you're like, huh? But when you get to it, it makes sense. And, normally it's like, you can do it. Now, yes, sometimes you may have to ask some Yorny friends, some questions, need a little assistance, but you got this. You can do it. Caitlin goes for yellow and orange, fall colors, but also neutrals. Grays, white. I have done cables once and really enjoyed them. And then, of course, there is cables in crochet. But I prefer knit cables. Let's see. Maggie says, I'm going to start following the knitting videos so I can learn. When I was younger, I learned the knit and purl stitches, but that was it. Yep. You see, this what I'm doing is a beginner series. The first video was more about what supplies you'll need for my series and the difference between continental and English knitting. And I teach English. I'm a thrower, which is English. I don't know how to do continental. Um, so if you can't learn English, you might want to find someone that teaches continental and try to learn from them. I did that video, and then the last one was about different types of knitting needles. And next Sunday, I should have a video put out on how to do the long tail cast on, which ironically, I need to learn how to do that so I could teach it. When I started knitting, initially the tutorial or two I watched, I couldn't figure out what they were doing. So I went to another tutorial, and at the time I thought I was doing the long tail cast on, but it's a little different, which I'm probably going to show the way that I learned to the fall, like 2 weeks afterwards. But I do need to show y'all the long tail, learn that and show y'all, because that's the most common cast on method. And then we'll get into the knit stitch afterwards, purl stitch, casting off, and then there's other topics I want to get into. And once I get finished with the beginner topics, I want to do a few tutorials, like a dishcloth headband, probably a scarf, beginner projects that's basically just knit and purl stitches. Oh, and a beanie. I'll probably do that. And then we'll probably move on to more, getting more advanced in a new series. So I do want to do a color work series at one point, and then more like intermediate. I might do a cast on method series, cast off method series, but I also got to learn more of those methods too. I know some, but normally what happens is if I have a pattern that calls for a specific method, then I have to learn that method. Oh, hi, Samantha. How are you doing? What are you working on? What's in your cup? Any plans for the weekend? Anita says, I wish all my walls were glass so I could always see nature. Yeah, like, in the movies, like those houses, like along like the beach or lakefront, and they're like glass. That has to be like a beautiful view. But I don't know about like being so open where anybody could see in my home like that. I mean, I would want my privacy, but at least some nice windows where that way you can put your blinds, or your curtains where people aren't like peeky boo. Let's see. Lisa says cables are not that hard. Do a swatch first. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, they're really not hard. Caitlin says I always feel intimidated looking at the pattern, but once I get started, it's fun. What she says, what Caitlin says, it, don't be intimidated. You will when you look at patterns. It's like, oh no, 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 that's hard. That's hard. But just dive in. A lot of times, it comes together when you get there. Um, Me, I'm not afraid to dive in. I'm like, oh, I want to make this. Okay, I'm going for it. And like I said, if I struggle, I ask questions. I'm not scared to ask. And some of y'all have helped me, when I'm like, how am I going to do this? How to do this. Mary says, I haven't tried cables yet. Try it, try it. Or even if you don't knit, if you haven't tried them in crochet, try it. There's this gorgeous, it's a Victorian Santa hat. It's a crochet pattern. And I started working on it before Christmas. But the sad thing is, I probably don't remember exactly where I left off, where I'm waiting for when I go back to working on it at Christmas time. That I'm like, oh, I got a frog and restart. I don't remember where I'm at. But the brim is cables. It is gorgeous. And I shared that pattern out when I was working on it. It's probably, I think I did a Christmas hat patterns video. I think it's on that video if y'all are interested in the pattern. Awesome, Maggie. That's what I want to hear. Lisa says long tail isn't my favorite at waist yarn. Yeah, like I don't know. I prefer like just having a little tail and weaving in a little bit of tail. You know which cast on I really like doing now? It's the knit cast on method. But if you've got to frog it becomes like a knot. You lose the yarn. At least I haven't figured out how to undo it. Let's see. Ah, Cindy's doing laundry. Laundry's always there for you. It's like once you get caught up, it's like, hey, I'm back. Do me again. Yeah, YouTube is very glitchy. And you would think like some of the glitches that have been around that by now they would fix it and they don't. Anita says she don't use blinds or curtains. You know, like whenever I was younger, especially, and I still have a hard time with this. As a kid, like my curtains in my bedroom, I didn't like any cracks, like where it would open up at all. So I would take clothespins and close them shut. I would tack it to the wall. So that way there was no little bitty crack. And I still have a hard time with that. Frank gives me a hard time about it. I'm like, you don't know who can see you. And he's like, I seriously doubt they're like all up at your window going, you're welcome, Maggie. You got this. You can do it, girl. All right. Back to the patterns. Yeah, I sometimes have some funny little ways. This is sweater number 14 V-neck by My Favorite Things. And this is one that's pretty basic, but I do love the neckline, how it has the V. And imagine the different colors. Imagine this in your favorite color. Ooh, let me go to the project tab. Like here it is in red. Here it is, multicolor yarn. Ooh. Ooh, I like this colorway. That's gorgeous. And that's one thing I love about the projects tab, because you can see like what type of yarn, what colorway other people did something in, and it gives you an idea of what it looks like. Like for instance, like this one, there's a good chance that it tells you in the notes. Well, no, this one doesn't. But sometimes it will tell you in the notes, like the name of the yarn. I love Ravelry. Oh, yeah, I know it does look cozy, huh? That's one thing I love about wintertime sweater. It's sweater weather. I love beautiful sweaters. This is Stone Crop Pullover by Andrea Mori. And this one has some color work going on. And even color work, it looks harder than what it is. Now, some color work is a little, it's more of a headache with carrying yarn. But like this looks more like, this is actually simpler color work, because the color, even though there are some gaps, it's like, it looks like one, maybe two stitches. So it has a good flow. But when you have like big gaps and you got to carry, that's where it gets more, and you have like like 4 or 5 colors going on. And the yarn gets tangled. All right, we got 3 more patterns. This is Purpurea. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sweater. It's by TT Lutsack. Frank saying that don't sound right. He knows I don't pronounce things properly. I love this pattern. This is gorgeous. I may have to make this one day. Get some beautiful yarn. Isn't that gorgeous? And here they made it short sleeve. And this one uses light fingering, lace and light fingering. But that is gorgeous. All right, next up. Da, 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 da. This is Wisteria Shawl Collar Pullover by Lion Brand. And I like this pattern. I love collars like that. And I like the colorway. Ooh, that colorway is pretty too. Do y'all like this style of sweater? Ooh, I'm loving these colorways. And hopefully I'm not going too fast for y'all. If I ever go too fast, just be like, Connie, slow it down. Oh, y'all saying lovely, pretty. All right, the last pattern. And this is the pattern that I am going to do for my first knitted sweater. It's a cable loops tunic by Lion Brand yarn. And look at those cables. Beautiful. And I'm going to do it in pink. I'm going to use Pound of Love yarn. I'm going to show you the yarn in just a minute. Once I get off of the screen. You can do it short sleeve. And there is, I think it's a different like version of this pattern that you can make this long. But isn't that gorgeous? Look at those cables. And here they kind of did a two-tone thing. Cables, y'all, cables. All right, that's the yarn. Pretty pink. And let's see, is the colorway actually pink? Pastel pink. But yeah, and this one is a 4-weight yarn pattern. Yeah, I can't wait to see what it comes out to look like. And then I'll probably be doing that in a smaller size than what I currently wear. So it will be sweet once it fits me. So, which patterns today were y'all favorites? Have y'all made any of these patterns? Or any of these patterns going on your to-do list? Like I said, I know I saw some that I'm like, ooh, one day. One day. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed seeing these patterns. And like I said, my things going on with my channel. My Easter gnome scarf tutorial. I'm hoping I have the first video out by the end of next week. Probably be around the weekend. Kind of just depends on how quickly I can work on it and have time to. Like today, I don't know if I'm going to be filming. I'm probably just going to sit back after my live, watch some Lifetime movies, and work on my Lotus vest. And that's another thing. Are y'all Lifetime movie lovers like me? I'm addicted to Lifetime movies. But tomorrow I should be working on it most of the day. The Easter gnome scarf. Then tomorrow is the last day to enter for the replay prizes, which was my birthday bash live. So if y'all haven't entered, y'all might want to go do that. There's some sweet prizes. Then my other birthday bash giveaway, which is a video, you have until the end of day, March 13th, to enter for those prizes. So be sure to enter. You never know what you could win. What else is going on? Like I said, next Sunday, not tomorrow Sunday, the following Sunday, I plan to teach y'all how to cast on in knitting, the long tail. Once I finish with the Easter gnome scarf, the next tutorial I plan to do is a beanie. And this will be with the braided puff stitch. And this will be a regular pattern. This won't be holiday. Let's see. Lisa said I like them all, but I would change the turtleneck. And sometimes you can easily adapt patterns too. Maggie says her wish list is a few football fields long. I think all of ours are. I have so many patterns I want to make, but I know I won't make them all in my lifetime. It might take about 20 lifetimes to make them all. Anita says they were all beautiful. I like doing my own thing when I do sweaters. Awesome. Oh, before I forget to mention this, Just Be Stitching with Pam and Connie will be going live Monday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on my channel, and we will be talking about Easter and sharing Easter patterns. So Be there or be square, or y'all can be triangle. Y'all can be circular, or maybe y'all want to be a different shape. Let's see. Caitlin says, I am a crime lady. I always have a crime show on, but a lot of the time I am happy with almost anything as background noise. I used to be like that too. Like at night, I either had to have the radio playing or I would have the TV playing. But I finally am able not to have that to go to sleep. Though, yeah, I like true crime. My favorite true crime channel is Kendall Ray. Anita says mostly true crime here or historical. Yeah, what are y'all type of shows? What do y'all like to watch? Oh, I think Maggie, I think is into the true crime too, or crime type shows. Bridget has been on a kick of doing her own thing. Cindy's laughing at something. But yeah, for true crime, I like Kendall Ray. Stephanie Horlow is another one I tend to watch. Then there's I think like Brenna McKenna or something like that. She has red hair. And I know she lives, I don't know if it's Canada she lives, but she lives in a different country. Another one is Danielle Halem or something like that. She's another one I tend to watch. Um, but Kendall Ray is my favorite. And one thing I love about Kendall Ray, like most of her videos are about 20-25 minutes. So she's not like really long. Now, some videos she does go longer, like if there's a lot to cover. But I know like some channels, like pretty much every video is like an hour. And I tend to like more short and sweet. But sometimes the longer ones, though, you do find out more details that you never knew. Um, let's see, Bridget says, I love crime shows, but don't watch TV anymore. I do listen to old movies or my Audible books as I work. See, I've never done the Audible book thing. But a lot of times when I watch TV, I'm more listening than I am watching the screen. Anita's asking if anyone's seen the documentary on Wendy Williams. That like some of that I haven't watched it, but I've seen the like the commercial for it. And I don't understand how the family wasn't in charge of like of everything. That I just found that odd. I'm sure if I watched the documentary, it would explain what really went on. But it was like it sounded like they left out like it was a complete stranger that ended up being in charge of, her care. And that's weird. You're welcome. Yeah, and that's one thing. Anytime that those of y'all with channels, if y'all have some type of giveaway event going on and y'all need price donations, I can always donate some of my patterns. Just send me an email. Just email me. Oh, song time again.
Just email me when you need a prize donation. Email me at justanotherstitch2020@gmail.com.
I know. I'm a nut. What can I say? Let's see. Anita says, I watched it. It's so sad if it's true, but she is a producer, so I am wondering if it's staged or a comeback. And sometimes that is another thing, too. Sometimes certain things are actually publicity stunts. So I don't know. But what was one of the ones that I had watched that was really fascinating? I know. Oh yeah. What's her name? Gypsy Rose. That latest documentary of how, of her getting out of prison. Now that I enjoyed watching. But I also saw something that it sounds like now she kind of got her own thing on Lifetime. I might be mistaken, but now it's kinda like I kinda feel like she's trying to get famous off of it. I didn't mind the documentary of her telling her side of things, and she did sound, legit, from what I saw on there, but if she's, like, kinda just gonna keep on with that cycle, I'm kind of a little like, "Hmm." Gypsy Rose is facing more charges? Oh, I didn't know that. So what's the scoop, Anita? Yeah, and that's one thing that I mean, I know there's an aspect where, you're gonna be in the public light when something like that happens, but I don't like the you become famous over it. Like when people start writing the books and stuff like that, and it's like I don't know, I don't agree with that. I mean, like, that situation with Gypsy Rose, I mean, it's so complex. I mean, I don't agree with what she did, but what the mama did to her was really messed up. But yeah. And another one that, like that there's more, like I watched, like, the movie or the Dateline stuff to do with, Lacey Peterson and Scott Peterson, but when you watch, like, some of the true crime channels coverage, everything that they have against Scott Peterson is circumstantial. They really have nothing concrete against him, but there is, like, a lot of circumstantial stuff that kinda makes you go, "Hmm," you know? But I think where people really, make him out to definitely be guilty is the fact that the Amber situation, if y'all catch my drift, and that he had a pregnant wife while he was doing that. Let's see. Anita says someone told me that she had more involvement than originally thought. I don't know if it's a rumor or not. Hmm. No telling. And a lot of times that type of stuff, you never gonna have all the answers. But anywho, I think I'm gonna start wrapping things up for y'all. I have I have enjoyed chatting with y'all and spending my Saturday afternoon with y'all. And I hope y'all enjoyed the live today and found some good patterns. For this coming week, like I said, I am going live Monday. Just be stitching with Connie and Pam. Pam with Be Creative Crafts. It's on my channel this month. And we're gonna be talking about like Easter projects. Then Tuesday I'm going live. And hold up. I think Tuesday I'm doing cardigan patterns. Let me see. Yeah, I I think so. Hold up. Yeah. Tuesday, it's cardigan patterns. Then Saturday, I think it's the 9th. Yeah. The 9th is going to be Weigh In with Connie and Jane. And the Weigh In live is at 12 noon. And the Tuesday live is at 6 p.m. the Central Standard Time. And Just Be Stitching is also at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So those are the lives this week. I feel like I'm forgetting to tell y'all something. I always feel like I'm forgetting something. Um, if I am, I'll probably just include it in a video or post it on my community page. But yeah, let me go ahead and play my thank you video for my Stitchin' Aliens. So let me get that video pulled up. Where is it? Here it is. And thank y'all again for being a Stitchin' Alien member. And if y'all aren't familiar with what a Stitchin' Alien member is, it's where you have a membership to my channel and it helps support my channel. And there's perks to being a channel member. When you become a channel member, you get 5 of my patterns from my Ravelry store for free. Then anytime I release a new pattern, you get that pattern for free if you're still a current member. Oh, and that reminds me, I just released a pattern. I need to send it out to my Stitchin' Aliens. So I need to do that. Then you get shout outs, like kind of like how Nightbot drops your channel links in my lives. I include your channel information in the description box of my videos. And I have your name on my little closing video portion. So those are some of the perks. Oh, and emojis. And I have some alien emojis. But yeah, those are some of the perks to it. And it's $2.99 a month to be a Stitchin' Alien member. But yeah, anywho, on that note, I'm going to say my goodbyes. I hope everybody is having a fabulous Yarny day. Be the light. And always remember to be the best. And I mean the best, the absolute best sparkly you that you can be. And be cool and be kind. Bye, y'all. Oh, and don't forget to alien invade GrannyDee at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye.